Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This reading is for anyone with Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Chiron. Sagittarius, there's an important message here for you today. I was drawn to pull runes for your reading. The first rune that you pulled is the rune of movement. It's called Awaz. You did pull this rune in reverse, and so what it's saying is that there may be some kind of blockage with regards to the actions that you're taking at this time. This rune indicates that everything happens in divine timing, and there may be an action that you are taking that is not meant to be taken at this time, or there could be an action or an opportunity that you're meant to take that you haven't gone after, that you haven't moved towards. So this will apply to each of you and your situations differently, but I'm going to read what the description of this rune says in case it's meaningful to you. It says, be certain that what you are doing or not doing is timely. There are no missed opportunities. You have simply to recognize that not all possibilities are open to you, that not all opportunities are appropriate for you at this time. The opportunity at hand may be precisely to avoid action. If you are feeling at a loss, unclear about the need to act, consider that it may not be timely or in your nature to take this action that you are considering. And remember that what is yours will come to you when it is meant to come to you. The next rune you got here is the blank rune. This rune represents Odin. It speaks to the unknowable, to the divine realm, to source energy. Blank is the end and blank is the beginning. This is the rune of total trust and should be taken as exciting evidence of your most immediate contact with your own true destiny, which time and again rises like the phoenix from the ashes of what we call fate. So I see that there's something you've been working towards that you're destined to do, that you've been giving birth to in this physical realm. But with regards to this, you can't rush every step along the way, so just pay attention that you may be trying to force something at this time. The unknowable informs you that it is in motion in your life, and that blankness is held undiluted potential at the same time, both pregnant and empty. This rune comprehends the totality of being, all that is to be actualized. So there's great potential here. You're birthing something very big into your life, Sagittarius. You're just being cautioned to not try to force it because you can feel it coming, and you may be rushing certain steps along the way that you're not being precisely called to do. So forced action is not in your favor here. The next rune we'll talk about is Manaz. Manaz represents the self. The starting point is the self, and the essence of the self is water. So only clarity, willingness to change, and being in the divine flow of energy will help you at this time. Manaz talks about having first a correct relationship with yourself before you can allow the things that you're meant to do in this world to flow through you. So you have to get right within yourself before you can give birth to these opportunities that you're being called towards. It is very evident that you've heard the call and that you're being drawn towards a specific destination at this time, but there's going to be some work to do within yourself before you can get there. It says, be in the world but not of it, and yet do not be closed, narrow, or judging. Rather, remain receptive to the impulses flowing from the divine within and without. Strive to live the ordinary life in a non-ordinary way, and remember what is coming to be and pass away, and focus on that which abides. This is a time of great growth, and so this rune comes to indicate that in order for you to grow, sometimes you have to make some very important and difficult changes along the way, and those changes must come before the progress that follows as a result of them. So again, all of these runes that you've drawn today indicate that you're having some kind of calling towards a very big change in your life, towards a very different destination than where you've been. You're being called towards your life purpose, but you're also being warned not to rush forward and take actions that you're not ready for just yet. There's something that's telling you, get ready, get prepared, do the inner work, fix something that needs to be fixed, tweak things that need to be tweaked. Then you can take that next big step. You've just recently taken a big step, and that's exciting, and that's why you're maybe very motivated to keep moving forward, but Just like a toddler can't run before he learns to walk, you don't want to stumble because you're rushing it. So just make sure you're also taking the time to understand where you are and how you need to take the baby steps to get to where you want to be, instead of trying to take the next big step just because you've become aware of it. That doesn't mean you're ready just yet to take that big step. And your final rune here is Sowelu. Sowelu speaks to wholeness, life force. It also represents the sun's energy. It stands for wholeness and completeness. It embodies the impulse towards self-realization and indicates the path that you must follow. So you see the synchronicity within all of the messages here that you pulled from the runes. There's a clear direction that you're being called towards in your life here, and it's making you feel excited and exhilarated because you can tell that that's what you need to feel whole again, to feel complete again, Sagittarius. And that impulse is correct for you to follow. That is going to bring you closer to your life purpose, closer to your happiness. This rune speaks to having perseverance. It makes the life force available to you if events or people are demanding that you expend your energy now. So Welu counsels opening yourself up, letting the light into a part of your life that has been secret or shut away. To accomplish this may require you to recognize or admit to yourself that there's something you've denied of yourself for a very long time. This is the rune of wholeness, so you need to bring that part of you into the light so that you can address it and nourish it back to life. Next, we're going to pull the tarot and see what additional messages are going to come through for you, Sagittarius. First two cards out are Ingenuity and Change. You are definitely being called forward towards your life purpose at this time. You are definitely given ideas at this time. Divinely guided ideas and inspirations are coming towards you, and major changes are coming towards you at this time in many aspects of your life experience. At the bottom, we have Rescue with Gemini energy. There's going to be certain ideas that pull and tug at you in different directions, and there's going to be a lot of confusion at first because it seems to me that I'm connecting to a group of you who are very new to understanding the divine flow of information and energy. And so at times you're going to get a little lost, confused, or out of pace with those ideas, and that's completely okay. It's also very necessary throughout this process to take a step back and slow down as you need to process the information and make sure you're making a choice from your heart and not necessarily because it was born out of some confusion or because you feel that you're rushed to make that choice. Saturn is going to be very important at this time. Saturn stands for doing what you're supposed to be doing, responsibility, getting back onto your intended path. So there's a lot of energy here that's coming behind you to pull you in this direction at this time, Sagittarius. Your life is being redirected into the direction of your desires. At the bottom, we have Scorpio energy. We're going to pull one more. So you need to make sure that your actions are grounded firmly in the physical realm so that your ideas are brought to life in a way that is sustainable and meaningful, not in a way that just rushes to the finish line. Spirit wants you to be creative and innovative at this time. Spirit wants you to consider all possibilities and be very open-minded at this time, because sometimes there may be restrictions that you're placing upon yourself that are not true or that don't have to be that way. Conditioning, I heard conditioning. There could be some type of conditioning of thought that you have in place that causes you to neglect certain ideas or to feel that they're impossibilities when they're truly not impossibilities because of the way that you've been programmed or trained to think. With Neptunus coming out here as well, there's a need for you to stand your ground and be protective and also be creative at the same time. So defending the ideas that you know are born from your heart, defending those ideas fiercely and not allowing even your own detrimental thoughts to deter you from pursuing those ideas. Your heart is leading you forward. Your water energy is leading you forward. Your passions and fire energy are leading you forward, so follow those very much. At the bottom, we have transformation. There's a big transformative change coming about, being born, and you are following the flow of that change at this time. So feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you're working on in your life, because I can tell it's a very big deal here. Would love to hear what you guys are working on. It feels like a huge transformative change is happening for you at this time. These all came out together: trust, career, empowerment, and animals. As you can see, they're all in reverse. So these are things that you may need to learn, lessons that you may need to learn, or situations you may need to adjust as you're attempting to achieve this transformation. Learning to trust in the light, in those impulses that are unseen, and the divine nudges that you're receiving is necessary here. You may already be on your way to being able to receive those and learn those and listen to those, but you struggle with trusting what you cannot see. You struggle with trusting the divine impulses that you are being drawn to and receiving. And I do see for you, Sagittarius, that birds may be very important for you at this time, that birds, especially crows, may be calling or cawing or surrounding you at certain points in time, and those are meant to call your attention to certain things. So pay attention to that if you guys are seeing crows in the sky. When it comes to career path or career, how you spend your time, how you make your money, there's a lesson there about which direction to take. So some of you may be reassessing which career path you've taken and which career path you need to take next. Make sure that that career path is not obstructing you. And if it is, it may not be the right one. If it doesn't resonate and sing with your heart, it may not be the right one. It may not be what you're intended to be doing. And it may be that some of you are further across that finish line than others of you. So some of you may already have made the switch in career and you're on that other side of it, while others of you are just beginning to realize that what you've been doing is not what you want to be doing or what you ought to be doing at this time. The runes were saying there's some obstacle to your progress, and that obstacle is likely something internal, something that you need to work on. And so with the tarot, we're finding out here that is critically important for your next stage, for your next big step that you're being called to and drawn to by the universe, that you work on self-empowerment, on regaining your own personal power, on not giving that power away to others, on not allowing your free will specifically to be manipulated by any organization or person if it is not something you willingly want to do or that you wish to do that comes from your heart. Then it is probably the wrong thing. And then, like I said, some of you are going to be drawn to animals, or you're going to get messages through animals at this time. Maybe butterflies, maybe birds, maybe dogs, may even be an owl for some of you. There's definitely a spirit animal that is trying to manifest around you and show you some lesson or help to clear your path in some way. For many of you, it's going to be birds, but then for some of you, it's your actual pets, like a dog or a cat that you may have at home. They may step on a book or something. There's going to be some kind of message that they're trying to deliver to you, or they may be walking in a certain direction and you meet someone. There's something esoteric, some kind of guidance that they're trying to lead you towards. They're trying to send you signals. They're trying to get messages across to you from the divine realm. So they're being cooperative components at this time in your journey because they love you and want to help you. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. If you want a love reading, I'll do that as a bonus. So just drop a comment and let me know, and I can post a love reading for you. But this is what came out for your general weekly reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.